In the Torah, when Yosef finally reveals himself, after 20 years, the brothers finally come down to Egypt. Joseph sees them. He makes the whole thing. Oh, you guys are spies. Go back. You told me about your brother Benjamin. Go back. Bring him here. They go. They bring him there. Then he accuses Benjamin of something. Then he says, oh, now Benjamin has to be my captive and you guys could go back. And all this crazy stuff is happening. And finally what happens is Benjamin's brother fights for Benjamin, Judah, right? And at this scene, finally, Joseph reveals himself to his 11 other brothers that came from Israel finally. And he says, I am Joseph, and is my father still alive? Ani Yosef, ha'od avi chai. And how does that verse continue? V'lo yachalu la'anot oto, ki nivhalu mipanav. They were not able to answer him, because they were disconcerted before him. They were dumbfounded. The Midrash says that at that moment, the reason why the brothers were dumbfounded was because they just experienced an intense musal, an intense reproof that came from Joseph to them. And they were dumbfounded from it, and they were terrified from it. But that should lead us to a question. Because the verse doesn't say that Joseph gave them reproof. All it says is, I am Joseph, and my father's still alive. Not only that, the verses that come after is Joseph consoling his brothers. So then how are we supposed to understand this midrash that says that he gave them reproof? So one answer that we could give was that the reproof is when he said, Ani Yosef, that I am Joseph. That was reproof. Why? Because he's essentially telling them that they didn't know who they were dealing with. They were jealous of him and they made judgments about him too quickly. They didn't realize that they're dealing with someone whom his father loves, for good reason. They didn't realize that they were dealing with their fellow Jew. They didn't realize that they were dealing with someone who God loves. Especially, they didn't realize that they were dealing with someone who had the potential and the destiny to become the viceroy of Egypt. That's what God wanted. That was God's plan. So think about it. He was such an important person. He had such ma'alot. He had such amazing attributes to him. But they didn't think about it. And that was the reproof he gave them. And it was so strong for them that they were disconcerted before him. So, what's the point of this idea being in the Torah? The point is that many times we don't think about ourselves of who we really are. We don't think of ourselves as the sons of God. We don't think of ourselves that we have the ability to do so much. The ability to achieve incomprehensible feats. We don't think about it. Do you think Joseph knew that he could be the viceroy of Egypt? Do you think Joseph knew the amazing influence that he could put in this world? Do you think that you know the influence he could put in this world? You don't really know. Or maybe you do. But the point is that we must internalize this message. That we must, better said, look within ourselves to realize who we really are. We are chayav, we are obligated to realize who we really are. And we have to act accordingly. And so, Bezrat Hashem, when we finally take this message from Joseph, the righteous, right, Yosef HaTzadik as we call him, we'll be able to fulfill our true purpose of life. And so I thank you guys all for watching. I thank all you guys, for watching this video. I hope, please, by the way, remember to leave a like and subscribe. I thank you guys so much again. And it's really a pleasure to talk to you guys. So, have a good one. Let's go.